It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on Saturday, the 31st day of July, 2021. Coming to you from Bedford County, central part of Virginia, right near Lynchburg. It's a cold front. Terrible cold front's going on. It's only going to be up around 87, 88 by late this afternoon. Terribly cold. I'm thinking about getting my fur-lined bathing suit out before I go get in the pool, which I'll be doing shortly as soon as this broadcast is over. It won't take me long to get out there, cold weather or not. All right, we got to look at some weather. First thing, not at all surprising, but there's actually three things to look at today, but all of it's in the Pacific Basin. Again, there's absolutely nothing across the Atlantic, which is surprising now that we've gone this long with literally nothing out there. But as of the last report, the center of Tropical Storm Hilda, that's the one there in the middle of the three markings, it was located about 765 miles south-southwest of the tip of Baja, California. Hilda is moving toward the west-northwest about 14 miles an hour, and this general heading will stay the same with a gradual decrease in forward speed during the next few days. The maximum sustained winds have increased to nearly 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. Additional strengthening is forecast, and Hilda is expected to become a hurricane by tonight or early tomorrow. And then some weakening is anticipated to begin on Monday. Tropical force storm winds extend outward about 115 miles from the center, and it's currently the pressure is 1,002 millibars, and of course that's expected to drop as it strengthens through the day today. However, no impact of land is expected. The center of tropical depression 9E, that's the one out the furthest to the west on the map, is located about 1,340 miles west-southwest of Baja, moving toward the west, and some increase in forward speed is expected during the next few days. The current speed is about 30 miles an hour right now, so it's chugging out there pretty good. No, that's the wind. I'm sorry. It's moving about 6 miles an hour. That makes a little more sense. And it's expected to speed up some for a couple days. The maximum sustained winds are 30 with higher gusts. Strengthening is possible during the next 48 hours. The depression is forecast to become a tropical storm during the weekend. Currently, the central pressure is 1,008 millibars. And then the one closest to land, which is the orange mark on the map, showers and thunderstorms are showing some signs of organization and association with a broad area of low pressure located about 400 miles southwest of the coast of southern Mexico. Continued gradual development of this system is expected, and a tropical depression is likely to form during the weekend. Currently, it's the winds are, the movement of it's about 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's 60 to 70% expectation of further development. However, none of these three storms are expected to interact with land in any way. So, they're out there. Not even sure why I waste time reporting on them, because they're not going anywhere. They're not going to affect anybody. But anyway. All right, the main story is this is a huge day for the cruise industry, folks. Uh, Unfortunately, it's not all good. It would be terrific if everything was all just a bed of roses today. That's what we all kind of had hoped for, but it's not, unfortunately. However, why is it such a huge day? First of all, after multiple setbacks and delays, the Odyssey of the Seas debut will finally set sail on her inaugural voyage today. The Quantum Ultra class ship will depart from PortEverglades in Fort Lauderdale on an 8-night Southern Caribbean cruise, kicking off 6 and 8-night voyages to the Western and Southern Caribbean. Port calls during this first sailing will include Aruba, Curacao, and Perfect Day. Now, that's kind of been in the background and flying under the radar of the Mardi Gras, which is also, I mean, we're going to have two massively huge, popular ships start sailing their inaugural sailings at virtually the same time in two different places. It's hard to imagine a more highly anticipated ship than the Mardi Gras, which is also going to sail, only it's going to sail from Port Canaveral. After a delay of over a year, she was originally supposed to launch last summer, if you recall. The company finally rolled out the red carpet and allowed about 800 members of the media and special guests to explore the Mardi Gras yesterday. They got to sample some of the tasty treats. Some of the new restaurants were open as they showed the swanky suites. And you had a chance to ride the Bolt roller coaster. That's what's showing in that picture. That's the Bolt. By the way, in case you're planning on going on the Mardi Gras anytime soon, the Bolt is $15 for 2 laps. So that's what it's going to cost you. Don't know if there's a weight limit on the Bolt. Somebody asked me if I would do it. Probably not. I'm a sissy. And it depends on, there might be a weight limit on it. A lot of those things, you got to be like, less than 200 pounds or something. So I probably wouldn't apply, but that's the way it goes. All right. Now, while all that goes on, first, our friend Jason Garland reported in that the Celebrity Equinox had a positive COVID test. And I got a message from him literally minutes after the captain announced the situation. I did put up a video last night concerning the Equinox and also Adventure of the Seas, which had 6 positive tests yesterday. 2 of those were minors of a party. And I got that video up of many of you probably saw it last night about the Adventure of the Seas and the Celebrity Equinox. And literally minutes later, our friend Tony over at La Lido Loca went live with a report of 7 positive cases yesterday on board the Celebrity Edge. Now, in keeping with the protocols, in all cases, on all these 3 cases, immediately they went into contact tracing. They were able, because of what they're doing now on board the ships to keep people safe, they were able immediately to get contact with everybody that had come in contact with that person. They tested all of them, and none of the contact tracing showed tested positive. The affected individuals were removed from the ship as soon as they possibly could. They, of course, quarantined until then. And like in the case of the folks from Adventure of the Seas, they got off at Freeport and all went home on separate ways and private transportation. The passenger on Jason's ship, they were expecting to disembark last evening. I don't know if that happened or not. That part of it I hadn't heard. So anyway, not the best day yesterday, but the health protocols worked, folks. If the health protocols can't prevent us from getting COVID and the new idiotic variant that's kicking the U.S. butt again, well, you can't stop it. But these protocols are keeping the rest of the passengers safe when they can quickly act and quickly eliminate the problem before it spreads. So, yeah, it was not a good day because we had 3 ships that we know of. And again, we know of these because we had people on board that let us know immediately. This did not come through normal sources that I get news from. This all came directly from people on board these ships. Maybe somebody needs to look at that procedure as well. Royal Caribbean made a change yesterday in keeping guests and crew safe from the spreading Delta variant. Royal Caribbean changed its protocols for August. For sailings that are 5 nights or longer, all guests aged 2 and older will need to take a PCR test or antigen test before the cruise departure. It's an important change that guests who are booked on these sailings will have to go through. So that's what Royal Caribbean is doing. The cruise line says that the test will have to show negative within 72 hours before the ship sets sail. Guests will have to make their own arrangements to get tested, such as local test store accredited for operating tests. Proof of the negative result will then have to be shown at the terminal. So, and none of this privacy crap, folks. I think they're going to make you do that. Again, I can't harp it enough. If you're not vaccinated, don't go on a cruise. Now, there's still problems with people that have been vaccinated, but not the problems that unvaccinated people have. It's much more serious. It's much more deadly. 97.8% of the people that are hospitalized or have died in the last month from COVID were unvaccinated. That should tell you enough right there, people. I'm hoping the cruise industry survives this. If you're not vaccinated, don't go. Stay at home. All right, one other thing to talk about this morning. Carnival owned Holland American took delivery of the Rotterdam new ship from Italian shipbuilder Fincantieri. My tongue is having trouble getting over my IT so I can see what I'm saying this morning. There was a handover ceremony that took place at the shipyard in Italy. Currently, the Rotterdam is expected to sail from PortEverglades in Fort Lauderdale starting in November. So she's coming over and will be here in November. And there's all kinds of stuff, different itineraries that the Rotterdam will be going through. So that's it on the news stories this morning, folks. Again, if you haven't been following people on board and quite frankly, there's not as many on that I've found yet on Odyssey, but definitely on Mardi Gras. That's where a lot of our friends are are on the Mardi Gras. So, we're going to be loaded up this weekend with folks sharing videos and so forth from the Mardi Gras, and I hope also from Odyssey, because that's two major ships sailing today. Jason's with us. He says, hey. Jason, by the way, is in Nassau, and he posted a video on his channel this morning, which it was on his Facebook page, which you need to watch. It's the first time I've actually seen a nice depiction of the construction going on in Nassau, and he does a nice job of doing the whole landscape as they were going into Nassau this morning. Terrific job, Jason. I enjoyed seeing that. Everybody needs to go get on Jason's Facebook page and check out that clip. I tried to download it, and a Facebook thing I can't steal. Like I can copy stuff that on YouTube, but Facebook I can't. Nikki's with us. Gretchen's with us. Hi, gals. Jason says one of the isolated cruisers is 4 doors down from me. They delivered lobster to their room. Nice. Emily's with us. Hi, just got up. Did you go out and misbehave last night, Emily? Or just sleeping in late? No dogs today? Wow. And Jason says they're disembarking them, by the way, right now. So John's with us. John's up in Crookston, Minnesota, and happy birthday to John a day late. Yesterday was his birthday. I won't tell anybody his age because, it's none of anybody's business when you hit 70. Young pup you are, John. Jason says happy birthday too. The whole ship is disembarking. No, they're in Nassau today. Just the affected passengers are disembarking. They have to go back into Miami. And Emily says, have a great party, John. Yes, his birthday party is this afternoon. Unfortunately, I just couldn't work out the oxygen thing on getting up there. I did try. So, and John says, what? Jason says, where's hot air? Tom, it's the 31st, right? No, that's today. Today is the 31st. Yes, yesterday was the 30th, John. I know you didn't drink anything because you're not allowed any booze yet. So don't get confused on us. Of course, you're 70 now. You might get confused. I do quite often, as I've proven regularly. So, Emily says Walt Disney World is back to wearing masks except for outside. A lot of people are going that way, and I hate to go back to it too, but I think we're going to have to. This area is red again. We talked about it, and then like fools when we went out to dinner last night. Do you think any of the three of us thought about wearing our masks? No, we didn't even think about it again because we've gotten out of the habit of it the last 3 weeks. But I think we're going to have to start doing that, folks. I tell you, this thing, the numbers are awful on this variant, and we're getting back to where it was before everything started looking good for the last couple months. Oh, Emily says she's been watching the Olympics all night. Yeah, I'll watch it till I fall asleep. Jason says he'll give it to you, Timmy. Don't worry. The cruising poo. I heard the new protocol is that if you test positive, you walk the plank. You know what? If you're unvaccinated and test positive, I agree. And I'll be the what was his name in Peter Pan, um, with the sword. I'll be back there with the sword poking you in your butt too on the plank. Welcome aboard to the Cruising Poo. Good to have you with us. If you're new to this channel, this is the first time I think I've seen you in comments. We appreciate it. Glad you have us. You can tell all our guys get in there and comment back and forth on what I've said or haven't said or whatever. And I try to go back and check everybody's comments before I get off the air. All right, that's going to wrap me up, folks. Jason, travel safe coming home from your cruise when you get in tomorrow. Be safe on your way back to Pittsburgh. So, and everybody, I'm afraid I got to say it again. It's time, y'all, to mask up again, I think. As much as I don't want to do it, I really don't. But that's just the way it is. Until we get enough people vaccinated that we can, have the herd immunity thing. I hope. Anyway, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Everybody, join us tomorrow for the Cruise Amigos at 2:00 Eastern Daylight Time. That's 1:00 Central Time, and that would be 7 p.m. London time. The Cruise Amigos live from London, which John Reitmeyer up there in Minnesota, and myself, and Cruise Amigo Martin over there on the other side of the pond. I have a request in for a guest that I have not heard from yet this morning. Let me click over check and see if okay. I was hoping maybe I could get Emma, but she is tied up. She's doing trivia. Oh, I see. She's doing trivia tomorrow. Well, I don't know, posting the groups and see if anybody else wants to volunteer. Okay. All right. So that one didn't work out. But anyway, we don't have a guest yet for tomorrow. And we're not sure what Martin's doing. I think he's going to be traveling to his next cruise on Sunday. So I'm not sure if he's going to be there or not. That's kind of up in the air. But anyway, John and I'll be there and we'll do something. Not sure what yet. But anyway, that's tomorrow afternoon at 2:00 my time. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Everybody have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. And if you can go on one, go. By all means. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Good luck to you guys on the Mardi Gras and on Odyssey as you sail for the first time today. Y'all have a terrific inaugural cruise on both companies, both ships. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.